fixing to go on a trolley tour of Hot Springs, Arkansas. We have purchased our tickets. In fact, this is our ticket. Something tells me that we will get to sample some of the healing waters of Hot Springs, Arkansas.
The old Riviera Hotel there. Now you'll see a little Bella Arte sign on that structure there to your left. Resembles the old Chicago school. Now right next door to that, you see that big white structure there. That is called the Citizens Building, right there to your left. Now if you would notice the little street there to your left called Bridge Street. Now you know, according to the Guinness Book of World Records, that is the shortest little street in the world, right there to your left. Now you know that is where we hold our St. Patrick's Day parade, right there on the little street.
This is called Bridge Street. It was once recognized by Ripley's, believe it or not, as the busiest street in the world for its size, and is now recognized as the site of the world's shortest St. Patrick's Day parade. The street sat in the midst of a busy retail district and was near bathhouses. At the hub of the SPA's transportation network, it was located in the center of town.
Mr. Bill Clinton, he graduated from this high school in 1964. Now he went off to Washington, met President Kennedy, and later on became our 42nd president. Made the all-state band right here as a senior in high school. Now folks, this high school closed down in the mid-70s, and you know, they pretty made good use of that building there today, because they doubled up all those classrooms and made apartments all the way across there.
There's not a whole lot that you can film on the trolley tour. Lots of people in the windows, very limited viewing as far as cameras go, but we have a few stops, and we'll stop and do some filming and show what we can show when it's feasible. That's a good word, when it's feasible. This stone is called Navaculite. This is one of the only places in the national park that you can actually see and touch this stone, but it's mined here in Arkansas. It's also called Arkansas stone, and it is used for sharpening, such as sharpening knives. Here Miss Debbie's going to get her some water. So, taste it. What do you think?
Tastes like water.
Tastes like water. Yeah.
It has no taste, so
yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, it tastes better than the water at the Fountain of Youth in St. Augustine, Florida.
Oh, that's
nasty water.
That was nasty water.
Tastes better than the water in Manitoba Springs.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because that's plumb nasty water. A breakdown of the chemical analysis of this water. It's 9.9% silica, potassium, iron bicarbonate, calcium sulfate, magnesium chloride, sodium, and nitrate. All that stuff is good and won't clog your pipes up. This is what made Hot Springs, Arkansas most popular, and it was the bathhouse district. On Bathhouse Road in Hot Springs, here is a monument. You see the Bronze Ranger's hat on the top of the rock. On March the 12th, 1927, U.S. Park Ranger James Alexander Carey was killed by bootleggers while patrolling on West Mountain in Hot Springs National Park. Carey was the first National Park Service ranger to be murdered in the line of duty. And from what we were told, that murder to this day goes unsolved. The present masonry Lamar Baths, completed in 1923, has a symmetrical California-style architecture. The large lobby contains nostalgic murals of historic landscapes and country scenes. Let's walk inside and see what it looks like. Here are the murals that they were talking about in one of the old hot tubs. I thought I would bring this to your attention. That is Bathhouse Road right over there. It is part of the national park. All the way down. And on this opposite side of the street, this is part of the Hot Springs City. So city on this side, national park on that side. Only place in the United States that we have that kind of situation. This grand old building. This is the visitor center. It was the Fordyce bathhouse, and I'm told that it's set up just like it was back in the day. And we could go inside and look around. We were in the lobby, and this is where you would have checked in when you came to the Fordyce. Let's make our way around. Here is the cooling room. Look. The ladies' cooling room is furnished in porcelain. The cooling room was a place for relaxing after the baths. While the body temperature returned to gradual normal, wrapped loosely in sheets or bathrobes, some patrons enjoyed reading during that period and preferred socializing. The ladies' pack room. Hot or cold packs soaked in natural water are applied to the affected part of your body. This procedure is considered very beneficial with certain ailments. And here is a photograph, or here is a drawing of what it looked like. I'll read this to you. I think it's pretty interesting. The Fordyce Baths Visitor Center. African Americans segregated bathing due to the harsh Jim Crow laws of the segregated South. Most of the bathhouses in Hot Springs employed African American bath attendants and other workers, but did not allow them to patronize the facilities in which they worked. Instead, they had to use bathhouses operated by other African Americans in town. Later, changing attitudes regarding racial segregation and growing civil rights movement led bathhouses to offer limited services to African Americans. Bathing facilities in Hot Springs finally became fully integrated only after the passage of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. This was a sauna. And foot bath. So folks from all over the world would come here for spa treatments. And I think this is pretty wicked looking. This is called a hydrotherapy room. A feature of great scientific interest is the hydrotherapeutic room. Its equipment included sunray cabinets, frigid cabinets, devices for sprays, douches, sitz bath, electric baths, and the like. The bathing variations available in this room were generally prescribed by physicians for specific ailments or injuries. Although most therapies did not require a prescription, there were no known deaths by electrocution in the electric bath at the Fordyce, but the procedure has long been since abandoned. I think you can get wet in that shower. Look at this. Those look like little mini fire hoses. I wonder if you back up to those things and shoot the water on. Is that the idea behind this procedure? I don't know. Just wondering. That porcelain table, that looks like something that the Undertaker would lay on. This is a view of the men's hot bath at the Fortis Bathhouse. 5 patrons are being assisted by 2 African American bath attendants. The male attendants are wearing the standard uniform of their trade. Dark duck trousers, a thin gauze shirt. This outfit enabled them to better tolerate the 95 to 100 degree temperature. This would have been a place where someone in a wheelchair would probably come, and that device would be used to lower them into the hot tub. Look at the stained glass. Here's a man getting his treatment. But this is pretty interesting. Here is a layout of the bathhouses. And we are in the Fortis right here. You can see at the foot of the mountain, all those folks sitting around sticking their feet in that water. You see the water coming off the mountain, and it drains down and goes on these little pools. And it is very hot.
It's warm. You wouldn't want to stay in there very long.
Yes. No wonder their feet hurt. Wearing shoes like that, mine would hurt too. And at the Gulf Gorge campground, there was a pool. It closed in 1942 when the water quality test revealed that the need to modernize and chlorinate the water. It's the women's dressing room. There's a lot of places for them to dress. The ladies' court, I guess they could go out and sit in the sun. This is the men's massage room. Another men's massage rooms. This is the men's physical education uniform. And the men's Edwardian fashion, made from linen and mother of pearl buttons. This is high class. A women's Edwardian fashion with the women's physical educational uniform. Non-ambulatorial patients were transported into this room and lowered into the Hubbard tub by a wooden stretcher attached to the overhead trim. Therapy in this basin was recommended in the case of polio, arthritis, rheumatism, paralysis, and other ailments producing pain or stiffness in the joints or weak muscles. Here's the ladies' parlor. The ladies' massage room. She is all wrapped up. The stateroom. Each stateroom is furnished completely and compactly. The gymnasium. We are in the basement of the Fortis bathhouse, and this was the mechanical room. This electric winch operated motor and a switching station. And this is where they would take that water that came from the hot springs and disperse it all throughout the building. And this is Fortis Spring number 46. And it's where they have knocked a hole in the floor, and you can see the spring coming into the bathhouse right there. And that is the spring, actual spring that they would take that water from and pump it into all of the rooms and the hot tubs here in the bathhouse. Behind the Fortis bathhouse, this is one of the springs that is bringing water through the side of the mountain. And I was going to put my feet in it, but it's too hot. Just one of the fountains in front of the Fortis Hotel. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there is steam coming off of it, and it is very hot. And this is the inside of the Arlington. Check this old mailbox out. Look at this. Hot mineral springs water. Let's see how hot it is. Turn it, Debbie.
No, that it is.
Just try it, it's cold.
Oh.
Try it. What do you think? It tastes a little bit like water.
Yeah, it's got a little mineral taste in it, but it tastes like water.
You remember I did a video a while back on the Little White House about Franklin D. Roosevelt, but here is Franklin D. Roosevelt. He came here for the healing waters as well. This bathhouse is the Maurice, and this water is very hot. 147 degrees, I believe. This is what the Maurice looked like in 1911. It was wood, but it had been remodeled, and there is the spa itself inside. Look at this one. It is really cool. Look at this one. It is really cool. Well, that is going to do it for our trip to Hot Springs, Arkansas. These warm, soothing waters does good on the old man's bones. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give us a big old thumbs up. Be sure to share with your family and friends. But until next time, y'all have a good day.